set, it's almost impossible to say, because it depends upon the DJ, it depends upon the audience, it depends upon the night, it depends upon the weather. Because you can have like the best DJ in the world, the best sound system in the world, the best records in the world, and it doesn't work. Or you can, I mean, I've been to some parties where it's like the DJ playing on like one broken CD player and one broken Technics 1200, and they have one broken speaker, and it's amazing. So it's all, I guess it's all defined by context. When I'm listening to music, it's really broad and vague, but I listen to just about everything. I listen to a lot of old blues, like John Lee Hooker, Lightning Hopkins, a lot of classical music. I really like old reggae. I don't listen to that much new music. The only new music I listen to would be like new electronic music and some new, more experimental indie music. So many modern, like indie rock producers and whatever producers are really inspired by old records. And I sometimes think, why not just go listen to the old records? If I could only eat one meal for the rest of my life, my answer is going to sound like such a cliched vegan answer, but it would be quinoa and black beans and broccoli. I know I should say something like, you know, beer and Vicodin, but if I had to spend the rest of my life in one place, it would be the west coast of the United States, because it's where most of my friends are. It's where the weather's nice, and there's nowhere else on earth that has such a range of climate and topography. If I had to pick one sound, it would, I mean, this is going to sound really new agey and weird, but it's just simply the sound of wind. Because sometimes it's small, sometimes it's huge, sometimes it's terrifying, sometimes it's gentle, so I'll go with that. My biggest fear? I guess I have some pretty conventional, stereotypical fears, like being buried alive, or going to prison, being tortured, being locked in a room full of wasps. I mean, my greatest extravagance? I hate to admit it, I have a few extravagances. One, which always seems absurd to me, is when I fly, I oftentimes fly business class. And one of the reasons it's an absurd extravagance is that I'm not that big. You know, like business class makes a lot of sense for someone who's like 6'4" and a football player, but I'm 5'8.5", and like I fit pretty easily just about anywhere. If I weren't a musician, there are two ways I can answer the question what I'd be doing. One, what I think I'd be doing, and the other is what I'd like to be doing. Well, I'd love to be a psychologist who saw like 7 or 8 patients a week, but also had a team of researchers doing psychological research. Most likely, if I weren't a musician, I'd be working part-time in a bookstore and making music in my spare time that no one listened to. Question, because I've often thought of like the things that I'm attracted to in another person, and that's usually like their intelligence, their humor, their open-mindedness, their compassion. But that first thing I notice, honestly, I think it's their facial expression. So it's not so much whether someone's pretty or not pretty, it's what they're telling me through their facial expression. You know, whether they're open and kind or shut down and mean, whether they're scared, whether they're excited. So I think just facial expression. Hi, I'm Moby and you're watching OneBeat.